let's talk about a question that a lot of people have when it comes to acupuncture, and that is, why don't we have any more solid research on why acupuncture works? Well, for one, it's difficult to standardize. Acupuncture is highly individualized to every patient because of each individual's constitution, what their specific condition is, and how long they've been dealing with it. But it's also highly specific to the acupuncturist. So each acupuncturist has their own technique of needling and their own technique of how they approach patients. For example, even with the needle itself, they can vary in how deep the needle goes or what type the needle is, or are they doing any manipulation with the needle? Are they moving it around? Are they using electroacupuncture? Anything like that. Number two, it's difficult to come up with a true placebo. The reason for this is that sham acupuncture still can produce some physiological effects. So that is like inserting needles into someone but not actually inserting them in acupuncture points and just kind of doing it randomly. That can still have an effect on someone, so it's difficult to measure. And then also, you obviously can't just not put any needles into a person for a placebo. So like, you either did have acupuncture or you didn't. You can't just like tell someone they had needles in them. They're not gonna believe you if they felt that, or vice versa. And then number three, the outcomes for acupuncture are highly subjective. And many of the benefits of acupuncture, such as stress relief, pain relief, general improvement in the quality of life, these are all very individualistic and just based off of what the patient has to say. Like, you can't go in and measure necessarily a certain level in the blood or other things that Western medicine uses. And also, in order to quantify these patient-reported outcomes, like, oh, I feel better, I have less stress, whatever, less pain, very sensitive and specific measurement tools are needed in order to really do that. And those are not always very accessible or easily implemented. Number four, the mindset and philosophy behind acupuncture and Chinese medicine differs greatly from the mindset behind Western medicine. So Western science is used to isolating and measuring specific variables, but Chinese medicine is all about the integrated whole person. So much more difficult to pinpoint as to what exactly we want to measure in a certain situation. Western science is also based on its need to prove that something works, which there's nothing wrong with that. But Chinese medicine's been around for so long, 3,000 years plus, that it honestly doesn't really feel the need to prove itself anymore. And so it's a very different mindset. It's more like, this has worked for 3,000 years across lots of different people groups, and it still works now. Lastly, number five, acupuncture doesn't have big financial institutions to fund their research. The sad reality is that one of the main reasons we have so many studies, so much research done in the field of Western medicine is because huge industrial companies and government organizations, pharmaceutical companies, are behind the research. They're funding it. That's how it works, unfortunately. I mean, we do benefit from it, obviously, to a certain degree, but how much bias is behind that, it's hard to say. And it goes without saying, but there's really no big industry that is going to directly benefit from more research on acupuncture. With all that being said, I want you to know that there are still lots of studies out there that have been done regarding the effects of acupuncture. And we actually do have some decent support scientifically, according to the Western view, for acupuncture and its effectiveness. So it is out there, and I do reference a lot of it in my videos in the book and use a lot of it from the book, The Spark in the Machine. And also the drive for more research to be done in the realm of traditional Chinese medicine is increasing. It is becoming much more of a focus in acupuncture schools. So if that's something you're interested in, that field is growing and it's out there for you. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it for Oakley.